They found that for every 6 pounds of fat a person was losing on these drugs, they were losing 4 pounds of fat-free mass or lean mass. So 40% of the weight they were losing on these drugs is coming from lean mass, including muscle and bone.
I've spoken about the fat-free mass loss or lean mass loss many times with these medicines. It is true that in the semaglutide trials, it does look like around 40%, around 39% of the total body mass loss was counted as fat-free mass loss. However, we don't know if it's actually muscle. If you look at the tirzepatide trials, it's around 25% fat-free mass loss. What I see clinically is not much fat-free mass loss, and a lot of my patients get stronger and actually maintain their fat-free mass, as shown right here in this case study. We expect to see around a 25% fat-free mass loss. That's what you see in the tirzepatide trials. I'm doing a study right now to look a little bit further into this. But it could be that it's just fluid. You wouldn't be able to tell on a DEXA scan.
So there are now case reports of young, healthy women who were overweight, who go on the drug for some period of time, and after they get diagnosed with osteoporosis, where they have eroded their bone health, they're losing lean mass. And when you take enough of that drug that you just have no more hunger because of how it's acting at your brain, you do just stop eating. And the malnutrition, at least in part, is going to cause a loss of lean mass.
He mentions people developing osteoporosis. I've gone into this before. There's no data to support a lowering of bone mineral density in the meta-analyses, large aggregates of these studies.
There was a paper recently published with the use of these drugs, finding that people, when they begin the drug, their risk of suicidal thoughts doubles. It goes up by over 100%. And their risk of major depression triples.
Mood changes are very important when looking at weight loss medicines or weight management medicines. There was some concern about mood changes and suicidal ideations from case reports from these medicines. But when you aggregate the data and look a little bit further, there doesn't seem to be an association. I will say that anecdotally, I once in a while see a change in the mood. We do have to monitor mood closely, but honestly, a risk of suicidality, suicidal ideations, is not high.
What it's doing is reducing your craving for everything. That while you are eating less food, which is resulting in the weight loss, you also are not interested as much in exercise as you used to be, which is going to make it even easier for you to lose your muscle and bone. You're also less interested in hobbies like going to play pickleball with your friends or going out and drinking with the boys.
There's no evidence to support that people don't want to do the things that they liked before, like exercise. In fact, I see quite the opposite. People have lost weight, now they feel like they can exercise for the first time and they feel great. There are some improvements in addictive-like behavior, specifically excessive drinking. So it's actually a good thing that these medicines cut down on wanting to go and drink alcohol. All that being said, there are potential side effects from these medicines, and you should only be taking these under the guidance of a good physician or provider who monitors you closely.